We are live. We're live, and so sorry. We've had some technical difficulties behind the scenes. We don't know why people keep getting knocked off.
I know.
I
my
got
light keep going out.
Dark, right? I got knocked off of my internet. I don't know if there's something in the internet going crazy because I did get knocked off several times trying to get my computer to reboot. Robin's trying to sit like this because she's trying to.
She's like, don't move.
She's like, let's don't move. Trying to make it, but we can see you got a really bad signal, Robin, because it's blurry. So I'm gonna have Paul call you when we get done. We bought boosters for our house, so we had a big issue with the internet. Y'all remember I was without internet for like 4 days. Okay, I am so
we have boosters too.
I have not finished my book submission, the whole 9, because then the grandkids came in town. It's just right. So they moved the router to the basement. Hello, right? And so now every time I'm like on StreamYard and stuff like that, it was glitching. So we have boosters. We got boosters upstairs. We have now I got a booster in my office. We've got boosters in the kitchen area because the router, the modem is in the basement now. So you might need a booster to clear up. It's a little thing you plug it into the wall. And it'll help boost the signal in your apartment. Because something it's your signal. Your signal is awful. All right, so yeah. As you're logging on, let us know what city, what state, and or what country you are logging in from. And if I were you, I would go ahead and I would tag, and share. As a matter of fact, we need to let people know. Let people know that we're live. Right? Let everybody know that we're live. I'm going to go ahead and send this as well before we bring our special guest, our superstar up. 1 second, y'all. People are asking me about Pete, that promo that I've got going on. But we got to let people know that we are live because honestly, they might be able to use this. They might be able to use this as the 9 o'clock call. They may not have to do a call. If we enough people, they could literally just tag people to this. So that we may not have to. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let me go look at my live. I'm going to send this link out to a few people and let them. All right, my rings are closing on my phone. All right, thank you, Tedra. I see Tedra shared it. So let's go ahead and copy this link. What did I just do? Trying to share it. Oops. I guess it's in our stories now. And then let's share this in Messenger. Let's let everybody know that we are live. All right. So we may not, like I said, we may not have to have another call at 9 o'clock. So hello, Winter Haven, Florida. Y'all see it, Palm Coast. We've got Davenport. Where else are you logging in from? Y'all gotta get some people on this live. You must get people on this live because we have news for you. We've got news for you, and I'm going to turn my volume down, but I want to go ahead and give this live some love. Hello and good evening, good evening, good evening. I am logging in from Georgia, and y'all ladies can go ahead and let everybody know where you're logging in from as well.
I am in Flint, Michigan.
I'm in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Robin, you muted, boo. You gotta unmute. She trying not to move. She is trying. We got California.
I'm trying not to move. I'm from Grand Blanc, Michigan, also.
All right, so let's go ahead before you get kicked off again for whatever reason. The signals are just awful tonight, and no, we bind that up. Right, Lord, you control the airs, all right? You control the winds, you control this thing. But we had a 10-day detox challenge.
Yeah.
Yo, people, I think we need to give a huge shout out to Peggy. Yeah. And let me tell you why. Because Peggy could have simply just like, oh, you're not going to get the tea in enough time. But she started thinking. See, that's why the book is called Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
Anyway, she started thinking, okay, I'm not in Georgia or Alabama. And she had a client that she really wanted to be able to try our products. And she started thinking, who's in Georgia? Who's in Georgia? And she messaged me. And she said, are you anywhere near Powder Springs?
Right
I
there.
said, yeah. Like 15 minutes, like 20. It's on this side of the world, too. It's on this side of Georgia. And she said, well, I've got a friend that I really want her to try the products. And the day that her friend, our superstar, who's getting ready to come onto the line, was traveling here to Powder Springs, it was storming awfully. Like it was awful that day. Not in Georgia, but in Alabama leading up this way. But it had rained in Georgia for about 3 weeks straight, almost 3 weeks straight, which is very strange for Georgia. We don't get all that rain. But Peggy, shout out to you, because you could have not had the courage to message me, you know, and I like the fact that you messaged me. You didn't try to get Robin or Tracy to do it, to get Dr. Dunn to do it. You wanted to help your friend. And people think that this is all about the money. It's not about the money, right? It ends up being about the money. Is a byproduct of what we do. But you just kept saying, I want to help my friend. And you messaged me, you voice memoed me, you said, you know, she's tried a lot of other products, nothing's working. I just know if she gets her hands on our products. And so it stormed really bad. She got here a little later than we anticipated, but I put it in the mailbox. And I texted her and I said, hey, listen, if you don't mind, I don't mind. I'm gonna leave these products in the mailbox for you. And just take them out of the mailbox. Thank you for my air freshener too, right? And I take them out of the mailbox. And who knew that Sassy Susie would end up being our biggest loser? Dr. Dunn.
I drove through them storms to get there. I actually was leaving Alabama, visiting my friend, and going to pick up my girls who were at their brother's in Powder Spring. So I drove through storms that day to get there.
You wanted. So
but what is it they say? What is it they say? Don't tell God how big your storm is. Tell the storm how big your God is.
Okay,
and God got me there.
Come on. Well, Dr. Dunn, I kind of want to go over a little bit, because when we put this 10-day, you know, I know y'all be like, here she go again, right? But the Holy Spirit was like, Nina, y'all got to do a 10-day challenge. And the one thing I love about you all as our team is if I say, hey, God is saying it's time, we got to do a challenge. Mm-hmm. You guys know that I've heard from God. You know that we're going to have success with it. And you all always just run with it. There's never any hesitation. But did like for you and Robin, who have been with me for a while now, and Marguerite, because you guys come by way of Marguerite Faison. Shout out to Marguerite. You've seen, we've done challenges before.
Yes.
And they were like,
okay.
I need you. First of all, from day one, you were like,
my team is winning. Yes. Well, for my team is winning. But you know, yeah, we've done challenges before and they've done well. But people get in, they get unmotivated, they quit midway, and then it's like, okay, we still got to give out the prize, but who do we pick? It's not many results because they just didn't follow through. But this one, the contestants was on hype, okay? They had me hype. I was like congratulating them and cheering them on. They were in our community page. They were encouraging each other. It wasn't just us doing it. Like, they were doing it. They were really engaged and they wanted to win. Like, they wanted to see results and they wanted that $500, right? So I said, someone from my team is going to win. I'm
still in shock.
Yeah. So it's just when you have the discipline and when you have the mindset, this is what I'm going to do. This is the results that happen. So I just want everyone to see, just make up your minds. Decide. Because in 10 days, she lost 22.6. Let's not forget the 0.6. That's very important. But 10 days. So just imagine what a 30-day challenge would be if you were to go all in, you know?
Well, I think people can.
And I did this on the go. I did this on the go. It was so when I picked up that package, I was going and I spent the night with my kids at their brother's house picking them up. And then I did go home for 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. And then we were right back on the road for my girls' birthday vacation. So I did this in Branson, Missouri. I ate at 3 nice restaurants while we were there. I was not, as Peggy knows, I had started a weight loss journey a couple months ago. I've been working out. I actually replaced my music with one of your guys' lives in one of my workouts and listened to you ladies talk about the experience and stuff like that. But when Peggy first approached me, I was like, I just started this workout and I'm worried that I won't see what the product's doing and I'm going to blame it on the workout and not the product, because I was working out 6 days a week prior to all this traveling that I started doing. So during this 10-day challenge, I only worked out 3 days. Them 3 days that I was home was the only workout I did, other than obviously I was on the go being on vacation. So the results that I got are truly the product and not what I was doing prior to the product. And like, as you all know, by day 3, when I had lost 11 pounds, I contacted Peggy and said, okay, it's time to join. Because I'm sold. And the rest, they say, is history. And Peggy definitely deserves props in how she approached me. Because when I started my weight loss journey, I had a lot of health coaches in my inbox telling me I'm doing this wrong or that wrong, or I need to do this or I need to do that. Peggy had one other time mentioned Be Epic to me and had sent me a sample, and I tried it, and I told her that I thought I felt the difference. That was the 3-day recharge thing or whatever. And I told her that I thought I felt the difference, but there was other things going on again. Yes, that. There was other things going on again that I thought, well, was it that or was it the? And we agreed it was probably the product, but I had no way of knowing. And we didn't talk again for a while about it. And she just, she had mentioned it one other time because she knew that it was something that I was interested in doing after I'd been working out for a little bit. And she had mentioned like 1 or 2 times about stuff you guys had going on, how beneficial she thought it'd be, and that, it was cheap to start to join. And, I kicked the idea around, but like the way she was just like, here it is if you want it. It's your call. No spammy, no telling me I'm doing it wrong, no telling me this is better, that's better. And then she reached out at the right time, because I was thinking, as much working out as I'm doing, I feel like I should have lost more. As much as I'm working out, I feel like I should have lost more. And she reached out, and it so happened that Nina was in my path and like literally I didn't have to go out of my way, and she was only 15-20 minutes from my destination. She was literally in my path, drove out of the storms probably 15 minutes before getting to her house. And
not to bring me to tears, because you know what?
You
reminds me of the woman with the issue of blood, right? And when you were driving through the storm that day and we were communicating, just your determination to come and get that peck. Peggy, you reaching out despite the fact that she had told you no before. And your true.
I told her no 2 or 3 times before. I said, yeah, not a good time. But it wasn't a hard no. It was a keep me in mind no. It was one of those that she knew she could keep me in mind, but I had told her no 2 or 3 times.
Wow. So no never means no. Like I tell people all the time. It never means no, it always means not right now. And as we began to watch your story unfold, when I saw 11 pounds at day 3, I said, now wait a minute, wait, wait.
That's
You made
what I said. I was like, wait a minute, let me, in the middle of all my traveling and everything, Peggy, we need to, I got a few extra bucks because the stuff that went wrong on my trip, because my first trip before going with my girls was turmoil, turmoil after turmoil, and but it left me with extra funds to be able to call her up and say, you know what, I think I need to join. Like, I need to join, and I need the package so that I can continue this after the 10 days. Side note, which I'm glad it came to mind that I thought of as well. I've been in direct sales for about 2.5 years. I have tried, I don't know how many different companies, and I tell people all the time, like, nobody buys from me. I've been selling Scentsy for over 2 years. I have one customer. Okay. I have occasional that pop in here and there, but I have one customer. I've sold, I just like the list of companies that I've joined, there's at least 10. And I've never had the response I got. I've only done one live with Be Epic. Of course, that was when I lost the 11 pounds and like, hey, I'm joining you guys. I've had 3 people reach out to me and ask me about Be Epic. And I don't care how many deals I've showed with companies that I've been with. Nobody's ever reached out to me. It's me reaching out to people and saying, hey, you need to try this. Hey, I know you like this. You need to try this. That's the only way I've gotten the extra sales here and there. I've never had anybody come to me. And definitely not from just mentioning it one time. One time. Oh, and by the way, the first person who reached out to me, she joined me today. She's part of my team now.
Wow. All right, so Peggy.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, come on.
How does this make you feel? Like you landed a superstar that, like, this is, how does it, let's just talk about what's going on in your head, your heart, your mind. Like, what's going on with you?
So my heart is overwhelmed. And I'm emotional just because I see a difference. If you guys know me, I'm a people person. You know, I give and I give and I give. And I don't ask for anything in return. With Susie, it was just, hey, I have this if you want it, you know. And then the challenge, you know, I reached out to her again and said, hey, we're doing this, you know, if you want to try. And we had talked a little bit before that. And then when I reached out the day that her event went in turmoil, you know, then it's like, oh, how can we get her started? Because, you know, Sunday was the deadline. It's like, she's nowhere near home. You know, I can't get this to her. So I reached out to find out who lived where. And I knew that you were in Georgia, you know, and it just worked out. And I was so excited for her when she stepped on that scale on day 3 and it was size 11 pounds down. That's just been phenomenal, especially when she's tried so much and it hasn't worked. And then, you know, I'm kind of looking in the chat. It's like, ooh, that person's down 15 pounds. Ooh, wait a minute, she's down 20 pounds. So it's like, hey, we can we can do this.
I know she kept reaching out to me past every so often during the challenge. She kept reaching out. She's like, don't forget this because I think you're going to win this. I think you're going to win it. You've definitely got a good chance to win it.
Amazing. Like, this story makes my heart literally smile.
Yeah.
You know, you invested $65. Then you went through some, you know, you took your kids on vacation. You had some little, you know, hiccups during that. And 10 days later, well, technically about 13 days later, because by the time we rounded and tallied up everybody's results, it ended up being about 13 days later, you're $500 richer. 22. So I don't know for you, you know.
I'm still so in shock. I'm still so in shock that like, okay, that couldn't have come at a better time. Like, it's basically gone, but I actually haven't touched it yet because I'm that in shock that like it's really there. Like, what? Hold on. Okay. But I mean, my kids start school Wednesday. Their clothes are still on layaway. I thought my traveling was done for a little bit. I have to go to Iowa Thursday and pick up my son, drive 9 hours to pick up my son who's kind of stranded basically. So like I'd like, the more we're talking, like the more that like the reality of the path that I went through, it like, you know, I don't know, I probably couldn't describe destiny a better way right now. Because everything that I went up leading up to Peggy reaching out to me, to, you know, what happened with the event I was going to in Florida, with like just things that have been happening in my life, and like God really has been speaking to me more lately. And when she reached out, it was like a troop, and then it was like when you were right in the path, Nina, that was just and anybody who follows me knows that like I was doing lives all the way through all this traveling I've been doing, and like they see that I drove through storms, through you know, crappy weather, I even took a picture. I didn't want to take a picture of your house, Nina, which seemed very nice from the outside, because I just thought that would be awkward. I'd wonder why did somebody take a picture of my house. But I took a picture at the end of the cul-de-sac, and how pretty the neighborhood was there, and that like just like, and like I'm thinking about that now, and like I said, and everything that's just kind of the way the path has led to this, just like it's more than just a company, it's more than just a friend reaching out, it's more than just, you know, a sisterhood, like you know, I've heard you guys say many times, like it's so much more than what, like it's just so much more. It's just, you know, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm still in shock. I'm in shock about it all. I'm in shock about winning. I'm in shock about the losing the weight, like I've shared with you guys, about me falling and being able to get up off the ground. You know, 3 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to get up. You know, and I was able to get up.
You know, Susie,
you know, and it just,
Susie, we people don't really understand sometimes why we do what we do.
Yeah.
But beyond any of the income that I've earned in the profession my entire life, and I've earned millions of dollars doing what I do, to me, for me, this was me. And for me, this transformation is greater than any amount of income that I've ever earned. I was 300 pounds. And for those of you who may be watching and weight has never been your issue, then you don't know what it feels like to be trapped in a body where if you could take these scissors and cut it off, we would. You don't know what it feels like to, like, I remember when I was going on my prom, and all of the girls were getting these really beautiful dresses to wear. And I had asked the seamstress to make my dress, but I had also referred the seamstress to two of my friends. Well, when my dress didn't really look, and she had my material for a really long time, right? And when my dress didn't really look like what I thought it should look like, I was afraid that I had referred these other two people. So I told my mom, don't worry about my dress. Just take me somewhere where I can get a dress off the rack because I want these other two girls to have a good experience. I don't want them to be mad at me because I referred the seamstress to them and it was our senior prom. So my mom took me to a store to get a prom dress. And because I was heavier, I wasn't a skinny girl. Because I was heavier, I ended up having to get like one of the biggest sizes on the rack. And the dress was awful. Like it was awful. It was something I would never wear. So if a person has never struggled with weight loss, they've never struggled with obesity, you don't know what it's like to have to shop in certain stores and you know you got big events coming up and having to figure out what you're going to wear becomes like stress. It becomes pressure because
Anxiety.
anxiety. Where am I going to find something that fits me, you know, that fits my taste and fits my size? And here I was, this 18-year-old girl going to her senior prom, and I had to wear this dress from off the rack that looked like Fufu who did it because I couldn't fit anything else, right? And so when I saw that you lost 22.6 pounds, and I know that your story was that you were afraid that you weren't going to lose any weight. For me, bigger than you winning $500, the fact that you dropped almost 25 pounds in 10 days, I just want to encourage you to just keep going. And I want you to know if there's
I have to. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm sitting here getting emotional, because what I didn't share with you yet is that I started this weight loss journey because I have not one, two major surgeries that I need to have that I can't at my weight. And I've literally tried everything, even have been denied weight loss surgery because of my other health issues. I'm too high risk for weight loss surgery. So, like, that's why, like, when it worked, like, that's why I was so quick to call Becky and say, like, hey, I got to do this. I've got my baby, the one, I took my two girls because their birthdays are, one just turned 13 in July, my other one's turning 12 tomorrow. And I want to do more adventures and better adventures than what we just did in Branson. Like, one of my biggest fears is I'm not going to live long enough to see grandbabies. And if I don't, I at least want to make sure that I gave my kids plenty of good memories to share with them, and to know, like, not to give up, to, like, you got to keep fighting no matter what. And to know that, of course, that they're okay and that they can survive without me. And to do that, like, I have to get these surgeries. I have to get, like, myself better. Like, when my daughter was my 12-year-old, when she was 4 years old, she was my caretaker. I was really sick in 2016. And I don't want that to be her memories. I want her memories to be more like what we just did in Branson for a week. And the whole time we were there, I kept feeling better the whole time we were there. Normally, a couple months ago, I would have one day of going out and doing stuff, and it would have been, okay, now I'm laid up for a day or two because I deal with chronic pain. I have bone on bone in my back. I have degenerative discs. I have arthritis in my knees, back, hips. So normally a day of activity means I'm laid up for a day or two. We stayed going strong every day we were there. If we didn't leave the resort to do something, we walked down to the pool, spent hours at the pool, and walked back to our room. And I was still able to get up and do it the next day. And only one day was I in like horrid pain, and then I took my pain pills, they kicked in, and I was able to keep going. And just a few months ago I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have.
Wow.
So, and I feel how the detox has cleaned me out. I feel that, and I feel it continuing to work, because I don't believe I'm fully cleaned out. No, from what I know from my medical history, I know I'm not fully cleaned out, but I feel it cleaning out, and it just, I can't believe y'all got me crying on a live.
We will do that to you all the time. You never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
That's a good cry.
We are committed to your success, and what we're vowing to you is that as you continue through the journey, please don't let money be an issue. If you need products, there are is Dr. Dunn and Robin and Peggy and Tracy Hurd, who is an amazing leader as well. Marguerite Faison, like, you're in a leadership team. They all are on our, we're all one team, but you having a phenomenal leadership team. And I would encourage you.
Oh, I believe it. Peggy has told me how amazing all of you are. Some of the things she's told me, I'm like, what? Yeah. They did what? I'm like, so yeah, which made it that much easier to join.
Yes. Don't let money be your issue. Because guess what? We all, it takes a village, and this entire team is committed to seeing this through with you. We want to see you become a better version of yourself. And we know, when I'm looking at Robin, who could barely walk when I met her, and now she's getting closer and closer and closer to the size that we agreed that she was pushing to. She's getting very close to that size. When I said to Tim,
she said, wait, I agreed to what? I've got a bad reception. What did you say?
Robin Owens will be a size 10. All right. And so, you don't even realize, you think that we're encouraging you, but you're encouraging us.
For
sure.
Just know that your story is going to touch the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, Susie. And I would encourage you to share every bit of it. I made a lot of money sharing every bit of my story as I lost. I felt like
and that was one thing.
For every payment I lost.
Yeah, that was one thing too that I shared with Peggy that was different about Be Epic, is stories like yours. I don't know how many times that, like, when I've followed these health coaches and stuff, and they share pictures like what you just showed, and I'll ask them, is that one of your clients? Do you personally know that person? And they never ask. They never answer the question. It's always left unanswered. I'm like, oh, well, that's just a graphic that their company gave them, and I just move forward. And like, I've seen, like, when the one live that when I was working out and I chose to listen to you guys instead of my music, when I would stop and take my breaks and I would look, and you shared that picture and stuff like that. And I'm like, these are like actual people that, okay, I haven't met you in person, but I'm seeing you on a live. Peggy, has got to know you guys. Like, these are actual people and their success, not some Photoshop picture that tells me that, So I'm like, that's that much more encouraging for me. Like that, I don't know. Like I said, everything just keeps like playing through my head. How it was, I went down the right path when I went on that trip to Florida that landed me in Alabama and Georgia. And
yes. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right from Susie's mouth that she lost 22.6 pounds in 10 days. She won the $500. We really did give her the money. Susie, did you get the money in your Cash App?
Oh, yes, I did. Absolutely. Absolutely.
through challenges and they don't really pay out. We wanted to make sure that you are Robin before we go. I mean, I know your heart is probably really overwhelmed right now. You're a big crybaby like me. But Robin, we
I
cannot get
can't
off.
believe I haven't been doing it because I'm like, okay. It just warms my heart because we hear all the things. Another thing, Susie, you're going to get all the training that you need. So it's not going to be that you don't know the stuff. It's just that I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't happened for me yet. And I have my own story. I wasn't paying attention to my story. And so my before and afters that's out there was me trying to get some content together. That's all I was doing, was looking for some content. And I picked this one picture, I put the other picture, and I put them side by side, and I started crying because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. This group of people has helped me grow so much. And I come from a background where I was the one doing all of that for other people. And I wasn't being important to, and I didn't realize that I wasn't being important to. And you sound like you got that same kind of heart. So what I am excited about,
If you only knew, if you only knew. I have no one. I have no one. It's me. It's me. I'm the one who. Right now, I have my niece living with me because she was homeless. I'm the one who. My son, he's an adult, but he's special needs. I have to go get him. His dad's closer to him than I am, but he's not welcome at his house. I have to go get him. Like, there's 3 adults in my household, but I'm the one. It's me. And without me, it falls apart. And like, I was about to fall apart. And I had to do something different.
Well, you're in the right place because your determination speaks for itself. So you're in the right place and you got the physical part going on. You stick with Miss Nina. That mindset is gonna shift. It's gonna surprise you. Some of the things that shift that are there I give her the credit. You have to give people their credit where credit is due. But you are in a good spot to come, as she said, become the best part of you that you were designed to be. And some of all that other stuff is just going to fall off. I heard you talking about your back and all that kind of stuff. 2 back surgeries, neck surgery. So you got your hands, you're joined, you're in the right place. Get your CBD products. Get your roll-on, get your oil, and get your patches, which are not CBD, but get your patches. And put them wherever you need to put them so that you can keep going and do what it is you need to do. And you will be amazed. Those meds that you're on, I'm not on any meds. And I had some of those same things. The degenerative disc disease, get your Epic Tea. Get your Epic Tea. It helps with the bones. Get your collagen. I just started looking for natural things that help with bone. Now, it's not going to stop it. They've told me you can't stop it, but you can slow it down. And you are in the right place with the right products. That they are top tier. They are premier. I've had others, and they just did not do what these are doing. They just didn't. I am so excited about life. And I had gotten to a point where I wasn't. I was existing. And no, we got a lot of life to live. We got a lot of stuff to do. We got a lot of lives to change. So you just keep showing up like you're doing. You excited me. And what do they call the book of the faces won't let me be on there right now. But when I tell you, I probably drove Dr. Dunn crazy. It's like, okay, what's going on? Who's winning? What are they doing? And so I had heard about you. And I'm so excited for you. So you're here. Let's lock arms. Let's run. Peggy, I love her to pieces. It is so funny how we click. It's just, I don't know. She's just like a silent. I don't know what. I don't know.
Silent assassin. Yes, she is.
She is. And
I love
it just surprises you the way that she's genuine. She's genuine, and you don't run into a lot of people like that. So you're in a great spot, and I just want to welcome you. If you got anything going on, you want to ask me anything, I am I've been dubbed the mom of the group, and I didn't know that, but I heard because Miss Marguerite Faison let it out of her mouth, and Mr. Sean, we call him STB, he has hinted to it also. So I'm like, what? Oh, but good, because I was trying to suppress it. Because I got used like
Well,
that.
I need a mom. I lost my mom 16 years ago, so.
Well, you know what? That's what God gave me. They keep telling me use my gifts, so I'm using my gifts. I'm using them unapologetically. I will be a size 10 because I didn't think I would get back down to a 14. So I will be a size 10. And
Amen.
nothing is going to stop me. And being with you guys is going to help all of us. Y'all just wait. Nina, I keep seeing a stage full of diamonds, and I keep seeing them be yours. That's what I keep saying. Everybody else can. Okay. So,
Hello.
and I am not going to not
me
be
too.
one of those. I am not.
And you will be one of those. You know
So,
what? There's a Holy Spirit dropped a
yes.
song in my spirit. When Susie was talking, the Holy Spirit just started singing, the potter wants to put you back together again.
Yes.
Old potter wants to put you back together again. And the song talks about
Yes.
those of you who have been broken
that
by
song.
the waves gods of life, right? And all your dreams were shattered.
Mm-hmm.
You are broken inside. You don't have to stay in the shape that you're in because the potter wants to put you back together again. Oh,
You got a beautiful voice.
put you back together again. That's for you, Susie. That is for you. That's for you. That's our winner. Won the $500. So
Yes.
yes,
Hey,
Susie.
Paige.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Congratulations.
And we're excited to have you here with us. Don't you give up. Don't you quit. You've got a whole family. You are not alone. Michael Jackson sang that
No.
prophetic song, You Are Not Alone, right? And you thought you were alone, but you know, sometimes we want things to be a way that we think they're supposed to be, and then God creates this whole other family for you. And you're like, well, I don't know how this happened, but it did. And so thank you so much to Tracy Hurd, to Marguerite Faison, who's not on here, to Tracy Hurd. I did see her in the comments because I know that I'm trying to just figure out like all the people, my Dr. Dunn, to Robin, to Tracy, to Peggy, to Susie, Carol. Your team, this team is phenomenal and it's anointed. You guys are anointed. I am grateful and humbled and honored to serve you all. And you could not have landed in a better leadership team than where you are right now. And we just cannot wait to see what happens for you over the next 30, 60, 90 days. And I would just 100% encourage you to keep sharing your story. Trust me, there'll be days that you'll feel like nobody's listening, and there'll be days that hundreds are listening. Keep sharing your story and take people on the journey with you. Just like when you were driving, I want you to take people on the journey with you. Let them know what you're doing, what you're using, and you will end up monetizing your entire transformation. And the first thing that's got to be transformed is you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so we're so excited.
Well, you know what the other kicker is to this? I want to say right around the time that I started my weight loss journey, somebody had shared with me that I needed to brand myself. That was part of what I needed to do with doing marketing and stuff. And I have not went by Susie since I was 13 years old. And she said Sassy Susie, and it just like clicked. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start branding myself as Sassy Susie. So I changed my name on Facebook and everything. And because I am sassy. I'm very sassy, so
I can tell you trying to hold back.
Right? No,
well, you heard me when she asked me earlier how I was feeling. I said with my hands. Isn't that how everybody feels? You know, you feel with your hands.
Well, listen, we're excited for you. We're gonna get off of here, but you all are amazing. Keep us posted with your journey. Dr. Dunn, you said it was going to be your team.
It
And
is.
y'all rock.
Yes.
I cannot wait for the next challenge. Everybody's asking us, when is the next challenge, right?
Mhm.
We don't know. It'll be a surprise, right? So to all of you who did not have to get in on our 10-day challenge, you've got an opportunity tonight until midnight. We've got our $109.99 pack, which if you go to the website, you can get 2 bags of our candy and 4 packs of our Drink to Shrink. Y'all, that's like a $200 pack, but don't tell the company we said so, okay? You'll get a month's supply of candy and 2 bags, which is a month's supply of our 4 of our Drink to Shrink, a month's supply of 2 bags of our candy, which is a month's supply as well. Now listen, it's $109.99. We sell 1 bag for $100. It is 100% a deal, okay? Or until midnight, many of us are running this promo. You can get 4 of these for $100 plus your $20 shipping. And we're even going to send you 2 packs of our Epic capsules, but you got to get them you only got until midnight to place your order with us, right? Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or whatever the case may be. They're going to be pre-made, flavored. We've got list of flavors, multiple flavors for you to choose from. This also is a month supply, but it's pre-made, so it's more convenient because it'll be shipped to you right to your door. So make sure you place your orders. It is Transformation Tuesday. And I don't know about y'all, but we've had some amazing transformations, but this one like touched my heart. All right, so get your products, y'all, so that y'all can feel and look like Sassy Susie. And I want all of y'all to keep watching this transformation take place. God loves you.
Yes.
We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Good night, and God bless you.
Thanks, ladies, for everything.